This is part 2 of entrepreneurial sales strategy. Here we will look at the recognition of needs phase, which is the first part of the buying circle, where you normally start or hopefully start. Let's start this part by going back to this overview of the customer decision process. In this part, recognition of needs, it is about building relation with the customer by exploring the problems the customer has, the problems that they are not yet fully aware of. You try to uncover these problems and develop them, and develop their level of dissatisfaction to a critical mass. You do this by asking a lot of questions and also by holding back product discussions. This phase will end when the customer accepts that the problem is severe enough to justify change and therefore decides to take action to try to buy something. Let's look at this a little bit more into detail. So, this is mainly about building relations with a potential customer. It is, according to Rackham, the most important phase in the sales process. You work with the dissatisfied people, and also you try to start working with the power people as well. But mainly it is about working with the dissatisfied people, the people with a problem. You do it by gathering information, but mainly by asking a lot of questions. And Neil Rackham has proposed a method for doing this, and he calls it spin selling. The S stands for situation questions, the P stands for problem questions, the I stands for implication questions, and the N stands for need payoff questions. We will look a little bit more into detail on this soon. The kind of questions asked could be, for example, who is responsible for what? That would be a typical situation question. Who has power? That's a typical situation question as well. Who has the problems? Same thing there. The situation, basic facts. Then you come into questions like what problems are experienced? It's a typical problem question. What consequences and effects do the experienced problems cause? That is more of an implication question. What implications do the problems have? And then you go to the need payoff questions. For example, how can my product be helpful? And there you actually let the customer explain the benefits your product or service or offering can have. One good advice in this phase could be not to ask too many situation questions, because situation questions are not so helpful for the customer. They help you as a salesperson, but they don't really help the customer. But in order to find the people with problems, or even to find any kind of problem, you need these situation questions. When you have found people with problems, you use their dissatisfaction to gain access to the decision makers. Sometimes you actually don't even get to meet the decision makers, or all of them. You might only or mostly meet the people that have a problem. These people are important to you because they can become your sponsor on the inside, your friend, your trusted friend on the inside. And your trusted friend trusts you as a potential supplier to help him or her to help to solve important problems, but also to build a career for that person. If you have a problem and you find a solution that can solve it to a reasonable amount of money, that actually boosts your career internally, as well as solving a problem. So finding these people are an important part of a sales strategy. And they effectively become your sales representative on the inside, but they will not look at it that way. But you can look at it that way, that they are your colleague, but on the inside, if you can get them to be your sponsor. So that's a very effective sales strategy. Let's look at these spin questions then. We have situation questions. They are for fact-finding. and they are good in the focus of receptivity. People that are helpful and friendly and can help you, but people that don't have a problem. This is a typically low selling impact kind of question, but it's a way to find people that you can ask problem questions to uncover their dissatisfaction. Now we're getting into a moderate selling impact. The third part kind of question is the implication questions. Here, this is a way to develop the dissatisfaction and trying to channel it. And here you get also to talk to the people of power. It could be the same person, of course, as we talked about before. Here we are getting to the high selling impact kind of questions. And then the final step, the need payoff questions. Here we are rehearsing and selectively channeling the attention of the customer towards taking a decision that this is serious enough to make a purchasing decision. Okay. In next video, we will look at the evaluation of options. Once they have taken a decision to act, they will start evaluating what they have to choose among. Okay, thank you.